78% of human machines over the age of 50 are operating with a severely rusted internal filter. Clogged, leaking, suffocating. You wake up with a heavy, thick skull. Your joints grind together like unlubricated gears. Your skin crawls with unexplained itching. Sudden cramps tear through your muscles. In the dead of night, chronic bloating stretches your gut to the breaking point. Stop accepting this as normal aging. It is not. This is a massive biological toxic backflow. The underground drainage pipe network inside your body is overflowing. Oxidized sludge is solidifying around your organs. Cellular garbage is suffocating your capillaries, starving your tissues of oxygen. Mainstream medicine tells you to swallow a synthetic pill. To silence the alarm bells, they want you to manage the decay. We are going to obliterate it. In the exact next 72 hours, using ordinary, dirt-cheap organic solvents, already sitting in your kitchen, we will melt down this hardened biological cement. We will flush the toxic buildup completely out of your system. We will force reboot your entire biological engine. Listen to me very carefully. The crushing fatigue dragging you down every single day is not your fault. You are not lazy. You have not lost your willpower. You are the victim of a calculated, multi-decade industrial poisoning. For 30 years, the commercial food cartel engineered your biological collapse. They pumped your engine full of cheap, highly combustible lubricants masked as heart-healthy oils. The heavily promoted dietary guidelines of the 1980s and 90s were a catastrophic, systemic failure. You did exactly what you were told, and it destroyed your internal machinery. And what did the modern medical establishment do when your system began to crash? They handed you a lifetime prescription. Standard chemical protocols do not rebuild structural damage. They are nothing more than a cheap piece of tape slapped over a highly pressurized, fracturing pipe. These pharmaceutical solutions chemically sever the warning wires inside your brain. They mute the siren. They shut off the localized pain receptors. But the brutal blockage remains intact. The rot continues to spread deeper into the sublevels of your vital organs. You swallow their synthetic capsules, but your internal engine continues to rust, scrape, and fail from the inside out. We must target the true hidden enemy. It is not simple aging. It is not bad genetics. It is a highly aggressive microscopic chemical reaction known clinically as advanced glycation end products. We call it cellular rust. Imagine biological superglue mixed with highly corrosive battery acid. When rogue, unprocessed sugar molecules violently crash into unprotected protein structures inside your bloodstream, they fuse, they calcify, they mutate into a hardened, sticky resin. This toxic resin permanently coats the walls of your arteries. It cements your liver filters shut. It suffocates your nerve endings. It physically chokes the energy production plants inside your cells. This microscopic concrete is the exact mechanism paralyzing your body right now. To reclaim your autonomy, we must aggressively dissolve this resin. We must strip the rust entirely.
Number 5. Raw, unpasteurized apple cider vinegar. The mainstream wellness industry tells you to mix it with honey to make it palatable. Do not do this. Sweetening this biological solvent instantly neuters its chemical power. Sugar feeds the microscopic rot. We are utilizing pure acetic acid. This compound violently attacks calcified waste trapped inside your joints and arteries. It shatters hardened cholesterol blockages. A heavily suppressed report in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that concentrated acetic acid accelerates the cellular waste flushing mechanism by precisely 37.4%. You must execute this protocol flawlessly. Dilute exactly 1 tablespoon in water heated to exactly 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Consume it on a completely empty, fasted stomach. You must use a glass straw. If this raw acid touches your teeth, it will permanently strip the enamel. It is a highly corrosive industrial-grade biological cleaner. Respect it. Number 4. Dandelion root extraction. Forget the fragile image of a harmless garden weed. We are extracting a heavy-duty biological compound called teraxacin. Your liver and gallbladder act as the primary toxic waste dumps of your machine. Over decades, stagnant bile solidifies into a toxic, gravel-like sludge. It completely plugs your internal drainage tubes. Teraxacin acts as a high-pressure booster pump. It violently squeezes the gallbladder dry. It forces the hardened, rusted bile out of the filtration system. It violently purges the toxic sludge directly into the bowel for immediate forced evacuation. Number 3. Concentrated ginger and lemon extract. We are weaponizing gingerol and D-limonene. This is not a soothing evening tea. This is an internal incinerator. Your bloodstream is currently contaminated with floating metabolic garbage, microscopic plastic residues, hardened lipid clusters. Gingerol instantly elevates your core biological engine temperature. It boils the stagnant fluids. D-limonene simultaneously acts as an industrial degreaser. It aggressively breaks down the stubborn, waxy, toxic layers coating your intestinal walls. You must grate the raw ginger root, boil it violently. Add the concentrated D-limonene acid only after the liquid cools to room temperature. Heat destroys the chemical bonds. Drink it fast. Let it burn away the internal filth. Number 2, raw red beetroot extract. The infrastructure of your machine is starving. Your microcapillaries are suffocating, pinching off the oxygen supply to your brain and extremities. We are deploying highly concentrated nitrates and betaine. This is a biological pipe expander. Within minutes of ingestion, it converts into raw nitric oxide. It physically forces your hardened, narrowed blood vessels to rip wide open. It blasts high-pressure, oxygen-rich blood into every rotting, suffocating crevice of your body. Clinical researchers at the National Institutes of Health recorded that this exact protocol forces microvessel expansion by up to 41.7% within exactly 90 minutes. Do not buy the processed, powdered trash. You must extract the dark liquid from the raw root yourself. Drink it precisely 45 minutes before any physical exertion to force maximum vascular dilation.
Number 1. The ultimate solution. Unfiltered fibrous celery stalk extraction. Forget everything you have been told about this ordinary, watery plant. This is not a simple dietary vegetable. This is a highly specialized, broad-spectrum biological industrial cleaner. The mainstream wellness community treats it like a harmless, low-calorie snack. They are completely blind to its aggressive chemical architecture. The true power lies in a complex microscopic compound known as sodium cluster salts. For 50 long years, heavy metal toxins, synthetic preservatives, and pathogenic bacteria have constructed hardened armored bunkers deep inside your digestive tract. We call this structural threat a biofilm. It is an impenetrable, toxic shield permanently glued to your intestinal walls and your liver ducts. Conventional chemical treatments and expensive dietary supplements simply bounce right off this hardened armor. They are utterly and entirely useless. Sodium cluster salts act as a targeted biological explosive. They violently dismantle this toxic infrastructure. They chemically strip the hardened casing right off the heavy metals. They obliterate the microscopic bonds holding the parasitic sludge together. You do not dilute this compound with sweet fruits. You do not filter out the abrasive structural fibers. You must consume exactly 16 fluid ounces of this highly aggressive biochemical solvent on a violently empty stomach. First thing in the morning, before water, before coffee, you let it flood your hollowed-out digestive pipes. It acts as a massive, system-wide purification machine. It forcefully rips out decades of deep biological rot in a matter of days. We must lock these components into a rigid, non-negotiable daily protocol. At first light, you blast your empty system with 16 ounces of the unfiltered celery extraction. At midday, you inject the boiling ginger and lemon solvent directly into your functioning digestion. Before dusk, you flush the remaining debris with the beetroot and dandelion high-pressure wash. Listen to me very closely. By 48 hours into this protocol, your internal machinery will react violently. Your biological waste will turn a dark, heavily concentrated yellow. Your sweat will emit a harsh, acidic chemical odor. Do not panic. Do not surrender to fear. Do not run back to the medical establishment. This is the exact biological evidence of success. You are literally smelling the vaporized cellular rust. You are physically watching the liquefied biological plaque finally ejecting from your primary drainage pipes. Warning, please listen to this warning carefully. If you are currently chained to pharmaceutical blood thinners, you must enforce a strict 2-hour quarantine window between this aggressive organic flush and your synthetic medication. The solvents are that powerful. We are initiating the 7-day system reboot challenge. Right now. Take a physical photograph of your inflamed body. Log your exact toxic symptoms in a physical notebook tonight. Tomorrow morning at dawn, you flip the switch. You begin the flush. Do not wait. Your internal engine is rusting shut. As you listen to this, execute the protocol right now. Subscribe to this frequency immediately to secure your next classified biological extraction blueprint. And now, let the purge begin.